You know, maybe we really shouldn't entrust the fate of the entire universe to somebody who sleeps this much. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Last time we took on the Ghostly Galaxy, the second main galaxy of the kitchen, and this time around we are going to be finishing this dome up, beginning with, since we finished up the fountain last time, by doing all of the extra galaxies and then taking on the boss. This time around we're going to take on the boss and then do all of the extra galaxies just for a bit of variety. So, let's hop into Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. And that's right, every other dome it's going to be a Bowser Jr. level, then a Bowser level, a Bowser Jr. level, then a Bowser level to wrap up your domes with. But sinking the airships is the level we're going to be taking on this time. And we've got an entire fleet of airships that we need to sink. Are we up to the challenge? Well, I suppose we are. Let's arm ourselves with our one undefeatable, unresistible weapon, Starbits, or, you know, candy to throw at enemies. Look at that. Boom. Confused the heck out of that guy and got smacked in the face in the process. So we've got Octumas, we've got these little pink guys whose names I actually don't know wandering around the ship, and we've got the return of cannons. You could fire yourself over to this pole or try to grab the pole star, or you could be a maverick and launch over to this planet with all these gigantic Goombas over here. At least I think they're giant. They look giant, or maybe they're not giant. I guess it's all just perspective. Yeah, they look giant from a distance, but they're not actually. That's a really cool effect. And over here, you can get yourself a nice long Goomba combo, or get punched in the face by a bunch of Goombas, whichever you might prefer, and earn yourself a 1-up for your efforts, which is a pretty nice reward considering that we're in a boss level. Grab that, and we can bounce around to the end of the planet, sling ourselves over here, and we successfully skipped a little bit of level. Normally, you would get launched over to this pole. Well, I guess we didn't really skip any level, but we got ourselves a 1-up, and that's all that matters. Normally you'd get launched over to that pole, and if you're not confident in your ability to be accurate with it, which I'm not especially good at because I've got a bit of a shaky hand, you can zap yourself, because why not? Just test how much of a man you are. And you can, I'll show you right here. I can launch just in the general vicinity, then as I approach the pole star, you grab onto it, and you are completely safe, which, I don't know, it kind of makes the premise of this level really, really easy, because getting launched out of cannons would be difficult normally. You would be aiming for this, like, super, super narrow flagpole here. But, since we have those pole stars, it's made 100 times easier. And once again, always make sure you check the side of your airships, kids, because that's where Bowser always forgets his stuff. And if you ever want to steal from a gigantic turtle, always make sure to check in the corners, because they forget that those exist. And here we've got the Luma Lee, Luma Bop, Luma Shop, and we can buy ourselves a health extension if we think we need it, which I'm actually going to get, because this upcoming boss battle can be a little bit of trouble if you don't know exactly what you're doing. So full, feeling great. So here I go, transform! And he turns yet again into a mushroom that we just immediately cannibalize. Well, I suppose it's not cannibalism, but whatever. Captain Toad, you're here. Help me, give me tips on how to save the day properly.
Mario, you finally made it! I was starting to worry. You're finally here. Oh, man.
Captain Toad, what could you possibly be worried about? What obstacle could possibly go against your valiant efforts? But we've got another, what were these guys called? Big Bad Bugaboo, something, I don't know. We've got bugs and we've got all kinds of enemies on this thing. And this platform right here might actually be the most difficult part of the level, because there are bombs coming in from every direction. And this thing moves pretty fast, so it can be a little bit difficult to dodge those at times. Let's go ahead and... no. There we go. See, Starbits actually can be useful if you get good at aiming the pointer, because you can smack enemies and stun them, leaving them vulnerable. And here is the boss of the level.
You just don't give up. Fine then. I guess I'll just whoop you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me.
Bowser Jr., You are just such a nasty, spoiled little kid, man. That's the only thing I can think of when I think of you. But I suppose that's what the designers were going for, so they got that character spot on. And what we're going to have to do here is pick up Koopa shells and throw them at this airship. The entire time, though, he's going to be firing bullet bills at us, and there'll be magic Koopas to deal with and stuff. The first phase is pretty easy. But then, oh no, the airship turns around! How menacing! This is actually where the fight begins to get difficult, because at first he'll just shoot these big old fireballs at you, and then he'll start shooting bullet bills along with them, and you have magic Koopas to contend with. Plus, now he's not only shooting 3 bullet bills at once, but 6, and with 6 bullet bills flying around the map, we have ourselves some problems, my friends. If you're careful, though, and you dodge everything, wow, we did that fight without taking any damage. Okay, Bowser Jr., go tell your daddy what I did, and come back when you're ready to play with the big boys. But, yeah, we just crushed Bowser Jr.'s dreams, destroyed all the Koopas on the ship, and now all the enemies are gone. Also, if you lead a bullet bill over here after he shoots one at you, you can get yourself a 1-up and 3 coins. There are some lights, there's some coins right on the, plank over here. It's not really the plank, but it sure as heck looks like one. And I believe there are coins and a Goomba over here. Yeah, there's a Goomba right there, so you can get yet another coin if you need one. There's one here. There's coins everywhere, man. So, forget what I said about this fight being difficult. Either way, you're going to end up at the end of the day with your Grand Star. And that marks the 3rd dome complete, turning our green star into a blue star, or a cyan star if you want to be picky. Except I'm sure there are some color enthusiasts out there who are going to tell me it's like, off-shade periwinkle or something, but that does it for Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada, at the very least. And we've discovered a new galaxy. Yes, that's right, we have unlocked the bedroom, the one that Mario has been itching to get to this entire time. Jeez. Thanks to you and your friends, all of the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level has power, the whole observatory will be working. Then the Comet Observatory will fly as a starship once again. You will be able to fly to your special one in the center of the universe. So we are almost there, apparently. If we just go ahead and collect the next Grand Star, we'll open up the engine room, then we get that working, and we will be able to fly to the center of the universe. So we're actually making pretty decent progress on this game. You see, we have 39 stars. After this video is over, we'll have like 42 or something like that. And that is a third of the way through 100% completion of the game, which, if I do say so myself, is some pretty dang awesome progress. So let's hop right into it and finish up the kitchen dome before we get on to that hungry Luma, just because he can wait a minute. This is the kitchen. This ain't no fast food joint. We cook stuff slow, so it turns out nice up in here. And which one do we want to take on first? I guess we'll be taking on the Buoy Base Galaxy. Ooh, this one's actually pretty fun, so let's fly here. And in the Buoy Base Galaxy, we will be taking on the Floating Fortress, and this actually all sounds pretty daunting. Sorry, just had to be quiet for a second so you guys could hear the awesome opening to this song. This is one of my favorite songs in the entire game, definitely. This here's a floating fortress. We call it Buoy Base, but nobody's using it now, so we're just here for upkeep. What? Hey, don't say nobody. This penguin over here is using it, and he looks like he's having a grand old time, so you cannot say that nobody's using it. Hey, there are 3 penguins. Oh, God. I think they're taking over. You might want to watch out for these guys. Look at that guy's smug look in the background. They are out to take this fortress over. Guess what would happen if we blew up that underwater? Wait, come on, guess. Give up. That tower in the middle of the water would float right up to the surface. I love doing the voices for these guys. I actually have no idea how it sounds, because I don't remember what they sound like back on... Actually, we're going to redo that dive. We're going to make it a nice, clean, and respectable dive off the edge of this platform. So, look at the water, Mario, and... No, come on, Mario, do the thing. No, Mario, do the thing, please. Can I not do it here? Ah, apparently I can't do it here. I don't know why that is, but it's not letting me dive off the edge in my fancy way that I love oh so much. There are plenty of star bits down here, and as that robot suggested right off the bat, what we have to do here is break the weight on the bottom of this galaxy. And I suppose this one planet composes a very small galaxy. But our torpedo buddy over here is going to track after us, but little does he know he's actually aiding us in destroying the weight down here. And you would figure that putting a torpedo thing that could blow up the very structure holding this planet together would not be a good idea to have right next to, you know, the weight that holds the tower in place. But whoever designed this, I'm sure they had good intentions. You know what? Wait, do these penguins say anything? I love the penguins in this game. Press Z to dive. Okay, well, you could dive that way, or you could do it the fun way. But I'm a little bit disappointed that I couldn't dive properly like I could in Beach Bowl. Oh, well. I suppose that is just a bit of a loss. And like I said, I love this song so much. It sounds so... I don't know. It just sounds like it could be... I really don't know what it is. When I hear this song, I imagine Luigi leading, like, a battalion of toads off to battle or something like that. I know that image doesn't fit the song whatsoever, but honestly, this is such a great song, and it deserves so much recognition for being one. And really, I've got to say, the music in Super Mario Galaxy, I was a little bit skeptical at first when this game first came out, because orchestrated music in a Mario game? What? How does that even make sense? It's a Mario game. It can't possibly be that serious. When you're flying through space, though, and going from planet to planet, and traversing the universe itself, and exploring the cosmos, defeating baddies, busting bosses, and all this stuff, the orchestrated soundtrack is absolutely perfect, and it is just so amazing, especially when you're getting zapped in the face by smug-looking little electrical charge things. I don't know what I'm talking about. As you guys can see, though, we are currently collecting these blue star chips to make, you guessed it, some pole stars. And I'm not doing the world's best job of it, because apparently going around in very slow circles is just way too much for me. And evidently you can't wall jump off of this piece of wall right here, which is kind of strange, and makes this a heck of a lot harder than I originally thought it was. Actually, just kidding. You can just spin jump and you'll be fine. We are climbing this tower, though, and it's kind of reminding me of, the tower in Womp's Fortress from Super Mario 64, which I'm sure you're all at least a little bit familiar with. And up here, we've got, like, the king of the spring dudes, who makes more miniature spring dudes, which I believe you can actually destroy by, jumping on top of them, can you? Or spin into them or something? Yeah, if you spin into them, they turn into star bits, but this guy just has infinite babies inside of his stomach. I don't know why I'm calling him a guy and saying his if he's creating babies. Maybe the Super Mario Galaxy universe is just a little bit weirder than we all bargained for. And when you get to the top of this planet here, unscrew this screw, and I choose you, Power Star. It opens up just like a Pokeball, and we've got ourselves the star for Buoy Base. And there's actually parts of Buoy Base that I didn't explore. Maybe I'll show those off at like the end of the video or something, if I don't forget, which is entirely plausible because I tend to forget everything ever. For now, though, we have got ourselves a star. Wait a minute, I smell something fishy. I never got a Galaxy Complete sign for completing the Buoy Base Galaxy, even though all the other extra galaxies gave me one. So it looks like there's an extra star in here that we haven't gotten yet. And that's a very oddly colored question mark. So maybe that was just a mistake on the game designer's part, or maybe we're going to be getting an interesting star starting right now. So let's head back to Buoy Base and see what this place holds for us. We've already seen the intro to the floating fortress, so we don't have to bother with that anymore. Instead, we can dive down. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Penguin. I feel so bad for that. Hey, Hey, it's a blooper. It's several bloopers, and they're chasing after us. Apparently, blooper life is more intelligent than human life, because these guys have found their way across the universe without any sort of help, without being catapulted there by magic Koopas or anything. We've just got bloopers all around the place, so they truly are the most advanced beings on the planet Earth. And, over here, you might have noticed last time that we've got a warp pipe that we need to open up, which will create a cyclone that looks very deadly, but you know what? I'm going to try going into it anyway. And where's this take us? To the top of this planet. That's right. This water orb that was here. Actually, can I jump on this, or will it take me back under? Oh, it takes you back underwater. Dang it. But the warp pipe is right here, and it's actually the bottom of the planet that we're on. Wow, I never knew that. I thought it was like the top, although I guess the top isn't even underwater, so this makes sense. But we are on the bottom of the planet right now, and it looks like another prize is awaiting us just inside that cage over there. You can grab some coins right there if you really feel like it, but I'm getting chased by like 4 bullets at once. Neo, eat your heart out. Mario is the true master of bullet time. Smack this Goomba in the face, and we actually need one of these bullets. So Bill, come over here. Can you do me a favor, man? Bill. I don't know what I'm doing. Stay on top of these yellow platforms, and you should be alright in leading your bullets over to this cage and unlocking a green star? What? Is it like moldy? Has it been sitting here too long? Did it get like wet before they put it in that cage? Ugh. I'm not so sure I want to touch this thing anymore, man, but I guess we've got to grab it for the sake of saving the universe. The things I do to be a hero. And that's going to bring us back to the main part of the Comet Observatory, which means that we've done something strange. Maybe that green star actually means something significant. Let's find out what it is. Now we've completed the galaxy. There we go.
You rescued a green power star. These stars have a special power. Ask the green Lumas about them. After all, they will transform into green power stars someday.
Oh, that's like, oh man. When a Luma becomes a planet, or like even a 1-up mushroom or a health mushroom, like some of those Luma Bee, Luma Bop, Luma shops do, it's like they're growing up, man. Rosalina's nurturing them to become galaxies and planets and stars, and I love that so much. The green stars, however, there are 3 of them in this game. Oh, well, let's talk to this guy.
Thank you for helping me. I am a guardian of the Trial Galaxies. To restore the doorway, we will need the power of 2 others like me.
That's right, there are 3 green stars in this game, just like I said, and after you collect all of them, you can go to 3 special and incredibly difficult galaxies that are located up in the sky above the observatory. We have only found 1 so far, but I'm sure we'll find the rest along our journey. So for now, all we can do is continue exploring different galaxies and hope that we run across one eventually. And with that, we've got this hungry Luma left and 1 extra galaxy still in the kitchen. So this kitchen is just refusing to die, which I suppose is probably a good thing, because, you know, all these Lumas would starve otherwise. Let's just open up this next galaxy and move on to the Bubble Breeze galaxy. Not actually one of my favorites. I'm less excited than I sound. But yeah, you know how this game introduces like several different gimmicks using the Wii Remote or whatever? This one does as well, and through the poison swamp we shall go. So, the gimmick... Whoa! Those clouds in the background look almost apocalyptic, like the whole world is on fire or something. Jeez, it's like orange and red and black. Yeah, it looks like a wildfire or something is going on right here. So we'd better get out of here as soon as we possibly can.
Our glorious starship, the Star Shrew, it crashed.
Uh-oh, what are you ever gonna do? Wait, these guys are stranded here with us as well?
This is a poisonous swamp. If you fall in there, you're done for.
Whoa, the bookworm would know not to fall in the toxic-looking thick goop.
Whoa, the wind sure is strong here, eh? Don't you think it'd be awesome if you could ride that wind?
Ooh, Captain Toad actually has the useful hint here, because the gimmick that is introduced in this level, and thankfully not used in too many levels throughout the game, is right over there in that bubble.
I don't want to fall in. Ow, I think I broke my bubble bone.
Bubble bone, is that a euphemism for butt, Toad? You are so clever.
Before you ride into bubbles, let yours truly, Philboard, bend your ear for a sec. You can move around in your bubble by holding down A. And yeah, if you read these boards throughout the game, they'll, like, change their names. I think there's a Billboard that's Philboard, and there might be a Lil or Jill or Trill or Skillboard. I don't know. Here's the gimmick of this level, though. You hop in this bubble, and you'll be horizontally above everything on the ground, and you have to point the pointer, so you can blow the bubble around, you know, using the A button. And this gimmick is not the best in the entire game. I don't hate it quite as much as some people do. A lot of people think this is just atrocious. I think it's alright. I just don't feel like it really fits with the rest of the game, and I could bear to live without it. I really don't hate it quite as much as some people do, though, except when it gets glitchy, because every once in a while you'll pop in a place where you don't think you should have popped, and that, my friends, is when this gimmick gets annoying. However, I don't know, like I said, it's probably alright. Can I? Ooh, I don't even have any starbits to shoot at this thing. How unfortunate. I don't know if you can blow those bombs up using starbits. If you can, that makes this level a heck of a lot easier, but if you can't, well, then I suppose that's a problem, and you're just gonna have to, blow it off and live with it. I don't know, I couldn't— Oh, no, no, no! Seriously! I was right there! Oh, my God. Whoa. That was about 1,000% more gruesome than I had bargained for. Oh, my gosh. Mario, like, stuck his hand out, like, help me, at the very last second. Ugh, that was terrifying. Okay, there we go. We've made the launch star once again, and let's not give the hero of the story the most gruesome death imaginable now. Well, getting sucked into a black hole would probably be a little bit worse than falling into this poison goop, although I really don't know. I don't know the limits of human misery, and I really don't want to think about it. Guys, Mario Galaxy, fun and games and lightheartedness and no dark thoughts ever, right? Even though there's skulls and crossbones and we're surrounded by poison and death and misery, but whatever. Hey, I forgot to tell you something. So if you get in a bubble and you want to get back to the surface, just press Z to get down. And yeah, I showed that off earlier, actually. When you press Z to get down, Mario will do this cool little flip and sort of ground pound out of it, I suppose. And this is a nice and slow-paced level, and it should be calming and relaxing, except that you're, like, kind of on the edge of your seat the entire time, because your bubble keeps momentum. After you blow it a little bit, it'll keep going for a while, so you constantly have to be, like, adjusting this thing and making sure that you're doing everything in the proper manner, or else you're gonna run into a little bit of trouble. Grab this coin, though, and we've got star bits, and everything is better with candy, man. Maybe I should have shown off the design that it makes in the end, but you know what? You guys can kind of assume it was a swirl, rather, not a slur. Yes, the game slurs you for collecting that coin, so don't collect it, kids. It's an anti-bonus. We've got a nice 100 even star bits now, meaning we've got 2 1-ups from this level, so even though we died once, we are still in the green, man, or in the black. I don't know. I suppose it'd be green because we're dealing with green mushrooms, but, you know, that's kind of all irrelevant. Right now, let's hit this switch, and we have got a limited amount of time to hop in our bubble and get back over here. That's right, the challenge. Oh my gosh, we had to move horizontally for about 2 seconds before— oh, okay. For a second, I thought the switch dictated that gate as well, but that is not the case, evidently. The case is instead that that thing just moves back and forth automatically, and we don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about that 1-up either, because it just looks like trouble waiting to happen. What do we have over here? Yet another bomb, and absolutely nothing past this point. Is there anything over here? It looks like there are— ooh. Ooh, where does this take us? Dare I hit this button? I think I dare do. Oh, this will take you over there so you can get some extra coins, and that's pretty much all that area has for you. I don't know why you would want those unless you're on the verge of getting a 1-up from coins, but even then, you're risking your life so that you can possibly get another life that you can risk later. Don't make sense to me, man. And that does it for all of the regular galaxies in the kitchen, I do believe, if this tells us that our galaxy is completed at least, which I'm pretty sure it will. And 42, the answer to life and everything, has been achieved. That's it. This is the last episode of Super Mario Galaxy. See you guys later. Oh, whoa, we— look at this, we've unlocked every single galaxy in the bedroom already, and we haven't even set foot on that part of the observatory yet. And with that, we've done Bubble Breeze, we've done pretty much everything here, so the kitchen is done for now, save for this one hungry Luma, if you want to count it as part of the kitchen. Let's talk to the dude, and see what he has to say.
I'm famished. I need 600 star bits to curb the hunger pangs. The hunger pangs. Oh, you're so adorable. He's so chubby. Look at his little leg. Hold on. Look at this guy. Can I just leave him there? Oh my god, I can just leave him there. Please tell me I can, like, jump on his head and stuff, too. Now that I've made him morbidly obese and ruined his life, probably, because he just can't even move around anymore, I can also bully him by jumping on him. I don't want the game to, reset that Luma, though, and think that I was not generous enough to feed him, because I do plan on finishing this up. May as well follow through with making him explode from being so full. That's it, I'm stuffed, here we go, transform! And he creates yet another galaxy to accompany the kitchen, which is the Drip Drop Galaxy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is this the one I'm remembering? I don't know. Well, let's just head off to the Drip Drop Galaxy and see if my bad memories serve me right. Giant eel outbreak. Oh no, this isn't the one I'm thinking of. We've just got a bunch of giant eels to deal with. No big deal. Oh god, these things are terrifying. Horrible, horrible memories of Super Mario 64. And apparently all the eels can come out to play today, because we've just got dozens of them.
Giant gringills have been terrorizing the waters lately. Can you help us? Gringills like those could gobble us all up in one bite.
Gringills? Oh my god, that is another adorable name. My penguins are these penguins are my favorite characters in the whole game, I gotta say.
Can you beat those gringills by hitting them with shells?
I don't know, you tell me, man. I've never met one.
Grandpa's getting old.
Well, that helps. Thank you.
Ever since those big eels showed up, we haven't caught any fish. Get rid of those big eels while I stroke my beard here sensually. Ah.
But, yeah, that's what we're going to have to do in this level, is take care of those big eels, or gringills, or whatever the, penguins called them. And this can be a bit of a challenge, possibly because I'm just so terrified of these things. Okay, when I was playing Super Mario 64 as a kid, in Jolly Roger Bay, Can the Eel Come Out to Play was the most terrifying thing ever. Possibly because it just looked so ridiculous because of its low polygon count and stuff like that. Oh god, it scared the crap out of me every single time, and that level, I hated it so much just because it had that eel in it. In this level, though, there are green shells sitting around, and red shells as well, and red shells would actually make this quite a bit easier because they home on to whatever target is closest. Oh, no! You tricked me, treasure chest. I thought you were going to be something good. But, yeah, red shells will home in on whatever target is closest, so you'll probably prefer to use those if you can find them. Green shells are fine as well, because they've got this, this searchlight-looking thing in front of them that you can use to aim at whatever you want to aim it at. And are all of these treasure chests? No, leave me alone, dude. I set you free. I just released you from your, like, eternal prison. Why must you do this to me? Man, he's like the black chest from Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. These guys are just straight up not nice. So using either red shells or green shells will work. Either way is relatively easy. It can be a bit annoying catching up with these things and finding all of them, though. I'm chasing this one down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a red shell. No mercy. Oops. Okay, a little bit of mercy. I didn't mean to shoot that thing off into the distance, but a little bit of mercy. And are these red shells faster than green shells? It kind of feels like it is. Wow. This thing is, like, overpowered then, man. So let's aim in this guy's general direction. Let's catch up with him real quick just to make sure this connects. And there we go. We should hit... Yep, we got ourselves another eel. And I think there are 3 in total on this planet, unless I'm mistaken. So we can take out the other gringo and save this penguin paradise. Now, I guess penguins are even smarter than bloopers, because they've been in like 6 different galaxies so far, and I believe those bloopers were the first... Whoa. I thought I was going to accidentally hit him. I believe those bloopers in Buoy Base were the first ones we have seen in the game. For now, let's not worry about the penguins. Let's not worry about any sort of bloopers or underwater life except these eels, because that guy is done. You are done terrorizing my penguin friends, and now they may fish freely. In fact, I'm going to go up real quick because I believe this is going to be the last level we take on in this video, and I'm going to get
complimented by all of these penguins for my heroic deed. Because you know what? Mario's ego needs a small little stroking right now. So let's see what these guys have to say. Man, there were a ton of them here. Jeez. Dolphin dive out of that water. Here, catch the shell.
Now you can catch fish. Let's go get some fish. Yowza, nice work.
Wow, good job. Oh, Grandpa's not getting old anymore that I saved your fish?
Woohoo! Ah, I knew you'd help us out, little friend. Ah, to be young again. My back hurts.
And it looks like all these penguins over here are really happy as well.
Catch fish like this. I knew you could do it.
And yay, they're all complimenting us, except,
Wow, way to go. Thank you, you beat them. Okay, everyone, let's swim.
God, I don't know why. Maybe it's, I'm just, like, infatuated with penguins in real life as well, so maybe that translates over to the Super Mario. Can I please let me in the water? God, I don't want to attack these penguins, man. I want to hug them and squish them and cuddle them. Is there anything in this chest? I'm just really curious, because there's got to be a 1-up or something. There we go. That's what I like to see. Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be a 1-up in some of them, but regardless, we have beaten the Drip Drop Galaxy. We've dripped and dropped all over the place, and that made them drop a star inside of the big drip. So, that does it for pretty much everything we can do in the kitchen right now, and that puts us up to what, 43 stars total, I believe? Let's check real quick. Yep, up to 43 stars. Man, we are just mobbing through this game. I gotta stop saying that because I know I say it all the time. But that is going to do it for this episode of Super Mario Galaxy. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time when we take on the next dome, which we just opened up, which is quite the ornate looking one, if I could get over there ever. If, man, these Lumas would watch where they're going. We will be entering the next dome next time, which is the bedroom. So thanks once again for watching, and I will see you guys then.